Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth is a game that I really wanted to play for a long time now. Why I wanted to play this game? I heard a lot of good things about it, and I heard a lot of bad things about it in the same time, which I understand why, because the game are full of bugs.
The drawer, it appears to be a private study area. It appears to be a
Anyway, let's begin the game. So in the first opening cutscene, it shows our protagonist, Jack Walter, are in a mental hospital and trying to end himself. But the doctor managed to stop him, so is he okay? Well, before it continues showing us anything else, we got a flashback explaining to us what happened to Jack and how he turned up into this deranged man. So we start at 1915. Some cult has been making trouble around town and they demand to meet Jack Walter. So the police department call him in this scene. Not even a minute in the game, I already witnessed some bug. So sometimes in the dialogue, it stopped at the very last word.
This is Chargers, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the local scam. So tonight, we were just passing, you know, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their...
But that's not the only bug that I witnessed. The sky wasn't supposed to be like that white. It was supposed to be like this. At this point, I still not use any patches and see how far I can go without it. And let me tell ya, not for long, because without the patches, it is impossible to continue the game. So the moment I try to get close to the cult, they start shooting. I managed to get inside their house, and while there's gunfight outside, I just relax and just freely snoop around the house looking for clue and what's the cult motivation. Turns out the cult has been stalking Jack for a while now, but what's the reason and why is he so important to the cult? It seems that the cult are worshipping Yetian, which in short, an advanced alien being who has been long exist before even human did. So does this have anything to do with Jack Walter? And they recently just commit a mass suicide. Also, the game introduced you to sanity system. If you look at monster or dead body for too long, Jack are going to lose his shit and his vision is gonna be distorted. And sometimes he even mutter in fear.
I'm being followed. I'll be sacrificed.
I don't know about you, but I really hate this effect. It's really distracting and annoying as hell. I just hope there's an option to turn it off, but there is no option at all. So I take the key and went to the library. At the library, I heard a sound. Sound like somebody just jacking off for sure. So I went to underground and I saw this abomination.
Good God! What the hell is all this?
All his organs are separated from his body. His heart, lungs, intestine, and even a fucking kidney. And they are still functioning. So I end this man's suffering by turning it off.
Machine. Oh shit.
Okay, a short intense pain, then his suffering ends.
At least he's out of his misery.
There's another room and it has this strange and unique alien architecture. In the middle of the room there's some sort of like a machine. So I turned it on. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? So Jack Walter blacked out during that incident. For him, it felt like yesterday, but it has been 6 years since that incident happened. What he learned so far during those 6 years, there was a second personality controlling Jack. So when the cop found him at the house, he went insane and sent to the mental asylum, but soon been released because he is no longer danger to the public. Jack's second personality spent on traveling, learning witchcraft, occult, and dark legend. Now, he's a private investigator and soon he has a job from the client.
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on. What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Brian Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
So we arrive at Innsmouth, and man, these places are just beautiful. I like the design and the atmosphere of the town. It's creepy, old, and has this feeling of not welcoming stranger. I mean, the local really showed me that.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
You're in the wrong place, asking the wrong questions, outsider.
I'm looking for Brian
Sorry, stranger. I can't help you.
And what makes the atmosphere feel even more creepy is the soundtrack. When I talk to the more unnatural looking citizen of Innsmouth, I notice something. They have gills on their necks. It seems they're the one who control and dictates everything in this town because the normal looking citizens are so scared of them. So now I need to investigate their grocery store, looking for some clue about the whereabouts of Brian Burnham. But this dickhead won't let me in.
I'm Constable Burt, and I'm the law around these parts, and I'm still not talking to you.
So I sneak around him and I got caught twice because I'm so clumsy.
What you doing snooping around here? I told you already. Stop your snooping around.
After I successfully enter the store and awkwardly push the shelf to barricade the door, I snoop around looking for some clue, and when I look at the office door, it seems that someone or something are chasing Brian. At the office, I found something, a rum and a handle. Then the cops are coming. I need to find my way out of there fast. At first, I'm kinda lost because I don't know where to go, so after the second try, I found a trapdoor. I escaped through there. I managed to find my way out of that basement and I meet a new face, Lucas Mackey.
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors.
He just wanna talk to you, that's all. He's a government factory inspector. Yeah, right. I know he's some sort of like an agent from the government, but why the government are interested on this piece of shit town? So after some exploring, I meet a new face, Jadok Allen, and damn, what a nice intro I got from him.
And the brave who love a life in the tempest strife.
So if you give him the rum that you take from the grocery store, he will give you a key to the Innsmouth poorhouse, also some backstory and information about the town. So long story short, according to Jadok information about the town, there is once a captain called Obed Marsh. One day, he stumbled upon a native who worshipped the deep ones. The leader of the native teach Obed Marsh how to worship them and how to summon them. If you worship them and give them a human sacrifice, they are going to reward you with gold and treasure. So he summoned the deep one in Innsmouth at the Devil Reefs and make a deal with them. So Obed Marsh formed a cult called the Esoteric Order of the Dagon at Innsmouth. Obed Marsh and his family control everything in Innsmouth, forcing the citizens to follow the oaths of Dagon. Thomas Wade took the third oath, and whatever this oath, most citizens refuse to take this oath. So my next destination is to talk to Thomas Wade. When I finish talking to Jadok, I meet a new character again, Rebecca Lawrence. She's a member of a church group at Innsmouth. She's here to help you by showing you a sign that his father created to ward off unusual stuff in Innsmouth, which is just a safe point. Now I head to Thomas Wade's house. I also forget to mention this, but Jack Walter have the ability to look at someone's perspective. Along the way, Jack had this vision on someone stalking him. Whatever it is, definitely is not human. So Thomas Wade is not at home yet, only his daughter named Ramona and his wife is at home. When Jack asks Ramona, "Where is your mommy?" she said that her mom is locked up upstairs in the attic because she bites and every time Ramona nears her, she just growls. So Ramona kindly let me in her house so I can wait for Thomas to go home. Of course I'm heading upstairs because I just love to snoop around people's private stuff. Now, I don't think it's Jack's fault. Well, maybe a little bit because he aggroed the thing, but it's powerful enough to destroy that barricade door, so it could happen anytime if the thing feels like it. I mean, it's not like Jack just unlocked the room and let the thing out. So, of course, Thomas are in deep sorrow right now because that thing just mowed down his daughter like a pit bull. But he mustered enough strength to tell me where is Berman's location and told me I need to get something from his store to hide it from the order. And those dickheads come in, falsely accuse him and taken him to prison.
We're taking you in for murder. You'll swing for this.
Wait, he didn't do anything wrong.
He killed his own daughter. It sounds less than blood. There's plenty wrong with that. I'm reckoning you do well to mind your own business, stranger. In Innsmouth, we handle things by the old ways.
While I on my way out, I meet Rebecca again. Of course, Jack tell her how he felt guilty for what he did. The game now introduces you to healing mechanic. So to heal in this game, there is two ways. Either you go to your inventory menu and choose which one to heal, or you can just press H to quick heal. If you don't heal your wound, you can die from it. For example, if you don't stage your wound, you're gonna bleed out. If you don't fix your leg, you're gonna slow down and it's gonna make this cracking sound. If you're heavily injured, it's gonna take more time to heal, and let's just say that you heal during combat. Well, you're fucked. So I arrive at Thomas' store to get his stuff. Then I meet the new faces, Ruth Billingham. Her family is a high-ranking member of the Order. Ruth and Thomas are secretly in relationship. Jack told her that the Order have captured Berman, and of course she's worried because the Order will kill him. So Ruth, of course, needs my help to break free Berman from jail, so both of them can get the hell away from this place. She gave me a photo so I can give it to Brian and let him know that I am on his side. Now, time to crack open this safe, and if I'm being honest, it takes me a while to figure out the code. Inside the safe, I got a book with a title named The Book of Dagon. It's a translation of some ancient glyph. It's getting late, so I book a room in this hotel. Then suddenly Jack got a vision. It's obviously this guy, and whatever he's doing in his office, it's definitely not good. So after he left to attend some business with that dickhead, I took his key and go to his office. When I enter his office, there is a lot of body parts everywhere.
The hatchet is encrusted with blood. There are severed body parts strewn all over the office. What in God's name has been happening in this place?
The worst part, when I read his diary, he's a sadistic psychopath. He's worse than those dickheads. I have no idea why would Jack fucking stay in this hotel even though he fully aware that the hotel manager is a goddamn killer. Anyway, naturally, before I go to sleep, I bolted the door.
Better. Not exactly safe, but the best I'm gonna get in this infernal town.
No shit, Jack. If you know that this place aren't safe, then why are you sleeping there? You should get the fuck out of there. When Jack fell asleep, he had a memory or a dream about the Yetian.
The great city of Nakotas. Rest now, Jack. You are safe. What was in the light, Jack? Where do you want to go? We are your history, Jack, and your future.
I don't understand.
You will, in time.
Then suddenly, Jack had a vision of those dickheads. Okay, I'm just gonna stop saying that. They're actually named our hybrid. So it's really obvious that they're going to finish off Jack, but thankfully I bolted the door shut, so it gave me enough time to find my way out of there. And it's the most awkward, slow, janky escape sequence I ever play. Now, at first, I thought this is the fastest that Jack could run, but after I do some research, from what I heard, when the game ported to PC, they forget to code the run button. No, you can't toggle it on or anything. The run mechanic in this game are completely absent. Because of this, there is a reason why in the past there's a double escape time option. The damn door in this game are also your enemy because sometimes it could just push you in the wrong way and get yourself killed. But even with this flaw, I like this escape sequence because it's really tense. Hearing those doors getting rammed are just panic-inducing.
Don't let him get away! Stop!
Then I encounter a bug that is almost impossible to continue if I don't use the patch. So I'm heavily injured and I want to heal myself. Then this happened. I can still press H to quick heal, but what if I need to use item in my inventory to progress the game? Now, I'm a retard when I first encountered this bug. At first, I thought this is some sort of like a game mechanic where if you open your inventory in the dark or your sanity is low, it's gonna slow down and you need to click fast to open it. So this is as far as I can go without using patch. So after a sloppy style, some death, and pushing a car, hoping to ram some of those assholes, which I got one.
Nice car. Perfect.
I finally escaped from the half-breed through the sewer. Under the sewer, well, there is some hazard that I need to avoid, like this gooey stuff.
Ah, shit! It's corrosive!
And this crab. Jack also saw the ghost of Ramona because of his guilt. Honestly, it's kinda creepy because she's all this bloody and messed up. But every time if I hear her voice, instead of creeping me out, it's just annoying. Oh my god, shut the fuck up! And remember that drunk bastard? Yeah, he's dead. If you wait for a moment, his body is going to be dragged by something. It's time to get out from that sewer, but there is a half-breed guarding it. So I look another way out, but it's locked. So it took me a couple of minutes to know what I was supposed to do. I need to lure them by banging this metal grate, then shut the door behind them. If the door just fucking close!
Stop! No! Stop! No! Stop! No! Stop! No! Stop! No! Stop! No! Stop!
So after I successfully escaped from those half-breed, I met Rebecca again.
Jack, you're alive. Thank God.
Just barely.
She told me that Brian will soon be sacrificed to Dagon, which is the deity of the Deep One. Now, Jack, Rebecca, and her father need to go to the church because under it, there's a secret crypt that can lead to somewhere safe. But unfortunately, Rebecca's father, well, he's dead because he rebelled against the order. But the way Jack responds to this, like he doesn't give a fuck at all and only want to know how to access the crypt.
Jeez. I'm sorry, Rebecca. Did your father ever show you how to get into this crypt?
Then, we got ambush. But before I follow Rebecca, I don't know why I do this, but I go upstairs to snoop around. I don't know why, maybe I'm just curious. Besides, she's still alive.
It's the minister's journal.
Don't let him get away!
Follow me, Jack. Jack, you're going the wrong way!
And those half-breed aim are just so incredible. After I done fucking around, I follow Rebecca and she's dead. So I load my previous saves, which is when I was in the sewer. God damn it. Fuck! In this game, there is no checkpoint. If you die, you're gonna start from where you last saved the game. This time, no more messing around. I just follow Rebecca straight to the church. And she's dead. So it's a scripted death. No matter what I do, she's going to die. So I enter the church. It seems those half-breeds are scared of this place because they're not trying to breach in. I don't know why, maybe the power of Jesus Christ compels them. Hallelujah. Then I saw someone being crucified and gutted by those half-breed. It seems that they really love to gut corpses because they threatened Jack to gut Rebecca's body.
If you're willing to come out now, we'll not gut the gal's carcass.
So, in order for me to open the path to the crypt, I need to ring the bell in the correct order. I just randomly ring the bell for a minute and it works. Under the crypt is a simple puzzle. I just need to figure out the right combination of this safe.
Yes, that's the safe.
As I progress, I meet Lucas Mackey again. He's more forward and honest about his business in Innsmouth, but he never told me why the government are sending agents to spy on Innsmouth. After the conversation done, you can still talk to him. He can give you more information about the order and the leader of this cult, which is Robert Marsh. Lucas told me the direction of the jailhouse and off I go. So after some clumsy stealth and luckily this hybrid can't aim for shit, I entered the jailhouse and I found Berman. And also Thomas, who just committed a suicide. Poor fella. I give Brian the photo that Ruth gave it to me so he can trust me. Next, we need to head to the garage automobile to get a car and get the hell out of there. When I tried to escape the jailhouse, something caught my eyes. Finally, a gun. No more running. No more hiding. Time to kill! So the combat are really simple. You shoot the enemy until they drop. You can limb them, but it's kinda useless. Ammo in this game are so plentiful, you rarely run out of bullets. The gun that I have right now is a pistol and a shotgun. I rarely use the shotgun. It's okay, but there's a better weapon later on. Also, you can keep reloading your gun even though your magazine are full. After I satisfied killing dozens of those half-breed and also realized that no matter how many times I kill them, they keep respawning, time to head to the garage, but the handle are missing. At this point, I'm kinda lost. At first I thought I need to go this way, but after dying a couple of times, I finally realized it's a kill zone. That explains why this motherfucker won't die no matter how many times I shot him. I finally found the way that I need to go. At first I thought I need Brian's help to help me lift this open. After patiently waiting for him limping on the way, he won't open it. Then I realized, oh yeah, I got a crowbar. Then I entered the sewer again. Luckily, it's just a short moment. When I entered the garage, I met Lucas again. This time he told Jack what he's doing at Innsmouth. So Lucas believes there's like a virus that makes this Innsmouth look, which is the hybrid. He believes this is the key to all this problem at this town. My next task is to bring some personal belonging back to Brian at the police station. Of course, Jack naturally responds with this.
Are you crazy? We don't have time for this.
And it's a safe puzzle again. Yeah, most puzzles in this game are just safe cracking. So after I take Brian's belonging and return it to him, it's time to get the hell out of here. These sections are just horrible. Firstly, enemies are everywhere and even though their aim are shit, it only needs a couple of hits to kill ya. And for some reason, even though I take cover, they can still hit me. On my second try, I managed to survive this horrible section. Now to get root. I found a new weapon, a revolver and Tommy gun. Revolver are way better than pistol because it does more damage, and Tommy gun are just one of my favorite because it's a crowd control weapon. So after blasting my way through, I finally found Ruth, and I need to hurry up because the platform that she's standing on is gonna fall. Then I got ambushed. You know that car escape section that I say is horrible? This is 10 times way worse compared to that. When the cutscene ends, the game just literally sent a dozen of enemy in all directions. The AI in this game always runs at your position. Yeah, their aim may be horrible, but just a couple of shots and you're dead. Especially those holding a Tommy gun, it has a higher chance to hit you. After my second try, I managed to clear the whole room. Now to help Ruth. And I'm lost again. I don't know where to go, so I try to interact the ladder, it doesn't do anything. Try to go where those hybrid enter the room and climb this stack of blocks, no can do. Then I finally head to the right direction, but I'm too late. So I load my last save, and I need to go through those sections again. No! Damn it, this game just driving me insane. So I finally managed to rescue her and she's dead. Along with Brian, all those effort that I just put just flushed down through the toilet. So now Jack has been captured by the FBI and he's being interrogated by them. Of course, Jack being a smartass, so he got some present from them.
Just stopping in on some broad. I was feeling down on my luck. Needed the company.
Ah, bullshit. There are only two types of folks that visit Innsmouth, criminals and fools. And you don't seem like a fool.
I'm not your lapdog, Hoover. I don't work for the Bureau.
Jack asked the FBI guy, which is named Edgar Hoover, why are they spying on Innsmouth? Edgar Hoover told Jack there's a huge spread of criminal activity in Innsmouth that the government never seen anything like this before. Edgar forced Jack to follow them to do a small raid at Marsh refinery. If Jack doesn't want to follow them, he's gonna be a permanent patient at the asylum.
I'm not in the business of making requests, Mr. Walters. Or have you forgotten your past so quickly? A signature here, a signature there, and we can make you a permanent fixture of this delightful establishment.
When I read the file for the next mission, it seems that Edgar believes that the Mars refinery is the base for criminal gang. He also wanna investigate why the refinery produce more gold than the amount of raw material they can buy. So we arrive at the Mars refinery, and for some reason they can see two guys squatting on the rooftop waiting to ambush them. Those two half-breeds has been taken care of and the coast is clear. Or is it?
No, wait!
One of Edgar's men has been shredded by the machine gun and were being pinned down by it. Jack asked Edgar to order his men to retreat back to safety, but Edgar refused and that asshole ordered me to flank the gunner. This section is just frustrating. It's guaranteed that you'll take damage, and when I try to shoot the gunner, it doesn't work even though that he's so exposed. So after I wasted the gunner, our plan is to investigate how they get all this gold. Then I got a vision on someone seems to be running away from something. As I entered the refinery, I saw a field agent. Half of his body looks melted and he's in agony. Edgar ends the man suffering, but the way that he talks about his men as if they were disposable to him.
What are you staring at, Jack? He was just a field agent. He knew the risks.
So now my next task is to bring power to the elevator. I also got a new weapon, a rifle, but I don't use it much if I have revolver because 2 shots from both of these weapons will drop an enemy. After some pew-pew, I walked down to this long conveyor belt. Jack had a vision on someone who's about to be ground down by this machine. So we meet one of the Marsh family, Jacob Marsh, who run this refinery.
Stop right there, Marsh.
Goodbye, Mr. Walters.
I managed to escape from that machine and try to capture Jacob, but he managed to run away from me. Now, I went my way to power up the elevator to use it to go to the foundry. As I progressed, I saw Edgar being caged by Jacob. Now to save Edgar, I need to shoot Jacob till he run away, then I can save Edgar. If you climb while he's still there, it's an instant death. After failing twice, I save Edgar. I just hope there's an option to drop his ass on that molten gold. I will gladly take that option. He have the audacity to bitch about me how my aim are shit and because of your shitty aim, Jacob managed to run away.
If your aim was as sharp as your wit, then Marsh wouldn't have gotten away.
I really wanna drop his ass on that molten gold so he can die in agony.
Fucking die here, Jack!
No! Too late.
Jacob Marsh left his briefcase and that's enough evidence for the government to launch a full-scale raid on the innsmouth. Now I need to chase Jacob down, but he managed to get a drop on me. Jacob then summoned this abomination to finish me off. These things are called Shogob. They are shape-shifting creature and for what I read, they are slave to the Deep One. And another frustrating section of the game. This one is just full of trials and error. Firstly, I have no idea what I was supposed to do, but you must hide from that thing for a moment behind this box. How the hell should I know that for the first time? It doesn't give me any clue at all. Now, I just wonder how the hell this thing doesn't notice me, like he has a multiple eyes in all directions, he didn't even see me? I finished the first step. Now the second step, I need to grab the fuse, then I die. Why? I have no fucking idea. You know what's frustrating about this? Every time that I die, I need to spend like 2-minute walk to get back there again. I swear, this game really is the best Lovecraftian horror game that I ever play because it's successfully driving me insane. After some try, I finally passed through that thing, but the game are not satisfied fucking with me yet. Now, there is an escape sequence. Of course, I die a few times. The reason is because you are meant to run, not walk. And the other reason why I die a few times is because of the door. Now, you might be saying that, Jacko, didn't you use the patch and turn on the double escape sequence, so it is useless? Well, after I finished the game, I realized I forgot to take it on. I mean, it is still possible without the double time, but it is so inconsistent. After I done with that bullcrap, I went to the elevator and go to the ground floor. And there, I saw Edgar managed to capture Jacob's ass. Edgar got a key from Jacob and that can give access to the elevator panel which led to the underground where Jacob and his family store all their gold and wealth. Of course, Edgar forced and threatened Jack to get down there while his men are planning an explosive to blow this place to the ground. I went to the secret underground and there is a lot of gold over there. I have no idea why Jack won't pocket some of it, because from all the shit that has been through, he deserves a reward. And I made that thing again, but it looks like it's barely alive. In order to pass this section, I need to eliminate that thing. It's really obvious what I must do. Turn on all the gas and then just ignite the whole room. But the ignite the whole room part is the most confusing one. So in my first instinct, I tried to shoot at the gas thinking that it might work, but it didn't work. So maybe, okay, I need to find some items or something to interact to blow up the entire room. But I couldn't find it. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I gave up and then just watched the tutorial. So what you actually must do is go to the first place that you arrive, turn on this broken gate so it can produce some spark and ignite the whole room. Why my gun couldn't do this? I have no idea. As I progress, I enter Cthulhu's shrine and my sanity dropped like a rock. It's a simple puzzle. I took this red crystal, 2 agents drop by and we get the hell out of there. So now that I think about it, what is the point of going underground? Is it just to retrieve this red crystal? If that's the reason, then this whole section are unnecessary. It could have just gave me the red crystal the moment that Hoover captured Jacob, because again, the entire underground section are just so unnecessary and it feels like it's just dragging for too long. Alright, off to the next chapter. So I got a briefing for my next mission, and while I'm reading this, turns out things are way more serious than it looks. It seems that the Marsh family, in particular, Sebastian, are trading some sort of like a bio-weapon to the enemy of the state. So now the state are sending their marine to deal with this problem. It's a war zone out there, you can hear the gunfight happening in the background.
The Monuxet is frozen over, so we should be just fine on foot. Let's get moving.
So now Jack and the sergeant are going to enter one of the smuggle routes through the frozen ocean. It's really obvious which way to go because the ice got different texture. And I like these scenes, the marine are kicking some fish ass over there. Once I arrive at the location, I got separated with the sergeant. He's trapped on that tunnel because of that ice, and he's not alone over there.
Damn it! I tried to tell him.
I used the flamethrower to melt the ice and proceed, but luckily the marine opened it first before Jack. This enemy are called the Star Spawn of Cthulhu. He's immune to bullet and the only way to kill him now is slowly luring him to this flamethrower and burn him alive.
Such an abomination.
In the tunnel, I met a familiar face.
Is that you?
Mackie, where do they keep the keys to the cells?
I don't know for sure.
My next task is to disable a barrier that prevents our marine to enter the place. Here is kinda straightforward, shoot some bad guys, Jack seeing Ramona again.
Ramona?
Crack a safe, free Mackie, and proceed to the underground to disturb the ritual.
It's the outsider. Destroy him.
This fight is really annoying because that statue kept pushing me back, but luckily those fish wizards are not a hit scan enemy, but they do have a bit more health than the rest of the common enemy. After I wasted both of them, there's a puzzle that I need to solve, and this is the hardest one for me because it took me a really long time to figure it out. As I proceed, Jack fell to the ocean, but luckily a marine passed by and saved Jack. Now I'm on the battleship and we're headed to the Devil's Reef. Then we're being attacked by the Deep One.
Ain't nothing that's ever been standing once this baby. What the hell was that?
Johnson!
Wait, stay away from the sides. Get the rifle, Jack. We're under attack. Jack,
Help me guard the entrance.
These new enemy are nothing special at all. The difference between the common enemy and this one is that they use melee attack. Even though they look like this brute type enemy, they are so easy to put down because their health is exactly the same as the common enemy. After a minute killing those bastards, I need to go to the storage and infirmary to give ammo and meds to the marine. Then they suddenly retreat, maybe because we gunned most of them down, or maybe they are up to something.
Most of the crew are dead, Jack. Why the retreat?
I don't get it either.
Now those fish bastards are using magic to cast a giant wave to sink the ship. This is also the most infamous bug in the game because some people can't even see the fish wizard. Because I use the patch I can see them, but I need to be fast and kill all of them before they can cast a wave. 3 or 4 waves is enough to kill you. After I then turning those wizards into little tiny bits, now I need to go to the captain quarters and ask the captain to open the armory. So after running from those fish brood, we arrive at his quarter, and of course he do what every crazy people do when they finish their prayers.
Checking through the ship.
Of mine enemies, thou anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness
Captain
and
Hurst,
mercy
open
shall
the door.
follow me all the days of my life,
Captain Hurst.
and I
it's
will
Officer
dwell in
Winter.
the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
I managed to enter the captain's room and take the armory key, and of course our 2 good friends are dead, and I'm alone again. I grab a dynamite, blow up this fan, and meet another surviving crew.
How the hell did you get in here?
A small vent, a few sticks of dynamite, and a minor explosion.
You idiot! Sealing the exits is the only way we've kept those damn things out!
Now my next task is to fix the ship engine. So I grab this welding tool and fix it. After I'm done with that, I head to the deck and that asshole welded the door shut behind me. And of course that bastard got killed. Now a boss fight with Father Dagon, the deity of the dead one. It's a very easy boss fight. All you have to do is dodge his very predictable attack, and once he's in the middle of the ship, blast him with the artillery. After I kill Father Dagon, he also managed to sink the ship. In some miracle, Jack were able to survive and arrive at the Devil's Reef. There is nothing much to say on this level, just parkouring, solving some puzzle, and proceed to jump on this hole. Literally, a leap of faith. So I arrive in some sort of like an underwater city for the dead one, and these scenes are just cool to watch.
I've got to shut down that barrier.
So my next move is to shut down that barrier. Then I saw Sebastian. He seems really worried because the Marine are overwhelming the deep one now. Then I got captured. Instead of finishing me off right now in this very spot, Sebastian Mars did the most classic villain move ever. Put me in a cell, which later I escaped. I strongly believe that the deep one have a brain of a toddler because they don't double check whether the cell is escapable or not. After some stealth and exploring the area, I met Robert and Sebastian Mars, which both of them are in the middle of argument about shutting down Sebastian lab. At the end of the argument, Sebastian pulled out a gun and tried to cap his brother, which of course, Robert survived and capped him with a telekinesis power. And we need to fight him. It's a complete bullshit fight because your only weapon against him, who have the power of telekinesis, is a goddamn knife. You know this quote about never bring a knife to a gunfight? Same at this situation. Now, never bring a knife to a telekinesis fight. After multiple attempts and probably wasted 30 minutes trying to kill that fucking son of a bitch, I finally end him. Finally, I get a gun, so thing goes as usual. As if fish people, I put a lead on them. Now, I need to go to the temple and disable the barrier. Unfortunately, I can't go there. Only the most loyal and trusted people of the Deep One able to go there. But according to this guy, there's an old passage that I can use to enter the temple. But he said there's something evil down there. Whatever, I'm still going there. So now, I'm fucking lost. I have no idea where to go. So after watching walkthrough, I found out that it's completely bullshit on how cryptic the steps are. Like, how the hell I should know that this is an item? So after activating the alien machine, I teleport to this place and get myself an alien gun. It's a one-hit kill weapon if you charge it a bit, and it's very inaccurate. So after I acquire this weapon, I clear a path and proceed to the old passage. Then I made these two floating looking tumors, which they were called the flying polyps. The flying polyps once warred with the Great Yetian race, and this weapon that I'm holding right now is a Yetian weapon designed to kill dead tumors. And they're really tanky to the point that I thought this is just for stunning them, but with some patience and I just kept shooting at them, I finally take both of them down. Now I arrive at the temple and there is it. Mother Hydra, the deity of the Dead One and the one who's created that barrier. So I know what to do, press this button and fill the water to full so I can jab it. But where can I find another switch? So this is what you must do, and again it's really cryptic as hell. I just wonder how long does it take for a person to figure this puzzle in the first try. First, you must deafen your ear for a while with this giant gong. Then crouch under here and possess an enemy so you can reach to this 4 statue and press the button behind it. Now, to be fair, the game does give you a hint if you're stuck for a while, but that hint can go fuck itself because it's useless. Now I fill up the water and ready to jab her ass, and she died in just one shock. Honestly, I was expecting some climatic boss fight, but she just died in just one jab. I disabled the barrier and the submarine can launch its missile. The place is crumbling down, it's time to get the hell out of here. So Jack make it out and he's unconscious. His memory become clear about what happened during those 6 years. So long story short, his mind has been transferred to a Yetian body, and during those time he learned about the Yetian history and some other stuff about Yetian. Jack's last meeting with the Yetian is when they're under attack, so the Yetian sending Jack back to his body. He also told Jack that he need to give him an amnesia because sending back in this state will kill him, I guess. And plot twist, Jack is half Yetian and that Yetian are his father. Why? I have no idea. Then he went insane and killed himself, and nope, there is no good ending. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, the reason I play this game is because that I'm curious, and after I finish it, oh my god, it's so bad. I mean, not horrible, but just bad. It takes a lot of patience and willpower to play this game because the amount of bugs, some cryptic puzzle, and trials and error progression that can drive you insane. But there is some good thing about it, like the atmosphere of the game, and I think that is the part that I like the most. But how about you guys? Do you like it or hate it? Leave a comment down below. I love to hear your opinion about this game. For me, it's bad. But how about for you? So yeah, anyway, remember to subscribe. It helps me a lot with it. And also remember to like also. And yeah, I got nothing more to say besides see you in the next video. Bye bye. Mwah. That's gay.